when I go back and edit this video, which you already saw obviously, I will do some slow motion on this welding as long as I got the footage for it. I had the camera or the GoPro on my welding helmet, so we'll see how it turned out. But this is the pattern it makes when you use the small circles, and you pause at the root and then you just extend, and then pause at the root and then extend, pause at the root and then extend. So yeah, these were a couple of stainless plates that I had that happened to be the same thickness as the beams that I'm using, so I just figure what the heck, let's burn those up. As far as wiring supports go, had some stainless tube left over from the Baja tube bumper project, which was all stainless, and I just chopped those up, and I figure I could use plenum rated tie wraps on there using a cross pattern, and they'll be just fine to support the I'm using seven conductor trailer wire. So, and like I said, it already has all the holes plowed, so I mean, pick a hole. My plan is to set up the junction box and a breakaway box in this little area here, so it's kind of protected, and then I'll run one wire back into this area, and then from here I'll have another, I think I have another junction plate somewhere, and that junction plate will tie both sets of wires together, and then I'll run one set of wires down each side, hit all the brakes, and then of course you'll have the right hand tail lights and the left hand tail lights coming out of the harness. It should look really nice and uniform. None of this trailer dealership thing where they run the wires through the tube and over to the, I don't know why, I just hate that. It drives me nuts. It's not the way to wire things. I want to wire everything in parallel instead of running series connections across like that. So yeah, this is coming along, and some of you were mentioning, you know, I think it was Big Hearted Man, he wanted to see some gussets in these corners. Well, there you go. I had that stainless plate that worked out perfect. I think it was a 4-inch stainless plate by 3/8. Worked out good. So I'm able to use up a bunch of the scrap that I have around. This right here, if I can get a full shot of it here, holy moly. So that rear bumper all the way across is the actual width of the M1083 bed. So that kind of gives you an idea of how wide this thing is going to be. So if you look at it from here, the deck over is actually going to be the fenders over the tires, and there should be, from my calculations, 4.5 to 5 inches from the top of the tire to the underside of the deck. And like I said in a previous video, I'm going to have to cut out some of the cross beams with the plasma cutter to get tire clearance, but these decks on these trucks are overbuilt. I mean, there's cross sections and beams and structural supports all throughout, which is one of the reasons why I jumped at the opportunity to grab this bed that Martin was going to scrap. So I'm hoping that kind of clears up some of the confusion. I did a bunch of stuff on camera you didn't see. I shined up all of the top rails here. Instead of trying to figure out where the bed is going to touch, I just said screw it, and I just did the whole thing. That way when I set it down, I don't have to waste time grinding to clear paint or to bare metal to weld. The only thing I have to do that on is obviously the bed. So I got that knocked out. That should save some time. Another thing I didn't show on camera is right here. We've got some beams cut out and a whole bunch of angle, 1/4 inch by 2 inch angle. And that's going to be tomorrow's episode. So if you guys like all this metal that's going on here, you'll have to come back tomorrow to see what I'm going to build. It's not a secret. I'm sure you can figure it out. But they're going to be the strongest ones anybody's ever built in their life. So you know how I roll. Check this out. Let's take a little bit of weight off of the trailer here. Look at how well balanced the trailer is. It's so easy to move. So easy to move, it's ridiculous. This is going to be so awesome. Some of you were commenting on the tires are going to wear out when you turn. You know what? I don't care. These tire and wheel combos were $100 a piece. And if I were to guess from a previous deck over trailer that I had that was just dual axle, that did the same thing. When you went around turns, you could hear the tires kind of grabbing a little bit, especially if you went slow. If you went fast, it doesn't really make a difference. The main time you're going to wear these down is if you're in a parking lot, you know, going back and forth and back and forth. But I really don't care. I mean, I ordered 7 of these things, and this company, for whatever reason, sent me an extra one for free. So I've got 2 spares here, and we got to figure out where to mount those on the trailer. But I'm not going to do that till I'm 100% certain where everything is going to go. Maybe I'll mount them on the underside. Figure out a way to mount them on the underside. This area looks nice, and this area looks nice. I'm going to do something slick, something different, something that would set the trailer apart if it isn't already going to be set apart from everything else out there on the road. What else were you guys asking? Oh, Homebuilt trailer registration. Right now, the DMV here in Oregon is open for appointments only, and I've been calling every single day for about an hour to try and get through to talk to somebody about it. But to my understanding, you just have to have a pile of receipts, 4 pictures, 1 on each side of the trailer, and tell them what you want. Basically, do you want just registration, or do you want a title? Do you want a VIN assigned to it? Whatever the case may be. But I'll cover that in an episode where I can actually do that process. But for now, I'm just going to wing it going down the street. And the DMV website says that they're not supposed to issue any tickets for no trip permits or no registration or anything like that because of the pandemic. So we'll see how that whole process goes. But I think that's probably going to be it for today, guys. Thinking if there's anything else I could tell you. I think I covered everything. If you like this episode, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Stay tuned for more adventures with Abel and the new series that'll be coming out, Adventures with Rusty and Abel, which will probably be highlighted more in the winter time, obviously. But other than that, guys, take care of yourself and each other, and I'll catch you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.